I'm recording.
Yes.
Okay.
It says, I have a Facebook notification and it says you are live.
Yep, we're
All
live.
right.
Okay.
Cool. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We wanted to go over all of the Young Living makeup products that are Savvy Minerals so that we could talk to you guys about that. Marley and Melissa are joining me tonight to go over all of this great information. So we're gonna go on to the next slide here, which is just a disclaimer. Basically, any of the oils or anything that we talk about, strictly Young Living. We wouldn't want you to go use any other oils that are from somewhere else expecting the same results. These are the only ones we use, the only ones we suggest because we know of their purity, where they come from, and all that great stuff. You guys, if you don't know all of that stuff, go search Seed to Seal so that you can learn about it. We're not here to diagnose, prescribe anything. We are not doctors. And we will just go on to the next slide from here. And just really what it comes down to is everything that we put on our skin gets absorbed into your bloodstream within 26 seconds. So technically anything you put on your skin should be made out of products that you would feel okay to actually eat or ingest, because it's going to go into your bloodstream anyway. So the makeup that Young Living makes is free of talc, bismuth, gluten, phthalates, parabens, synthetic colors, synthetic fragrances, petrochemicals, and nanoparticles. Now, I want to just mention that I used to always like go into the mall and, you know, buy all of the MAC cosmetic products and stuff like that. I loved using all the colors, the eye makeup, and all that kind of stuff until I started waking up with swollen, bright red, couldn't even open my eyes, eyelids, and they were itchy. I would have to call into work because it looked like I had pink eye or something, but I didn't. I saw an allergy doctor, an eye doctor, and a dermatologist, and nobody could help me. I finally figured out that it was the synthetic colors that were doing it to me. I had to wash each eye individually every single night. I couldn't, like, I guess, you know, cross-contaminate, couldn't use the same washcloth. I had to throw out all my eye makeup and everything. So I had to make sure that I was using allergen-free makeup. That's when I really got to where I wasn't wearing hardly anything, just like mascara and an eyeliner, and that was it. So there are so many other reasons why you should be using makeup products that are free of toxins, harmful toxins, other than just having allergies to them. But that was just kind of the breaking point for me. Let's go on to the next slide. So I just want to mention the biggest part for me in seeing an improvement in the way my skin looks is consistently using these products, whether it's the facial care, which is how I wash my face, how I remove my makeup. Always make sure you remove your makeup every single night. Don't go to bed with that stuff on. It's so bad for you. It actually ages your skin even more if you sleep in your makeup, and it's super bad for your eyes. But these products actually have really good quality ingredients in them that will improve the look of your skin rather than harming your skin and aging your skin even faster. So I have to say that my skin looks even better, and I've only been using the Savvy Minerals for, I think, 2 years now. Maybe a tad bit longer when they first came out, but they've improved so much since they first started with them. Want to go on to the next slide. I will mention, so Savvy Minerals actually started, it was Melissa Poping had her own makeup line, who is a Royal Crown Diamond with Young Living, and Young Living took over. She sold it to Young Living because she couldn't expand it as big. And so Young Living had the resources to be able to do so. And so she really helped like start that as far as Young Living having their own makeup line. So that's really amazing. Let's talk about some of the really high quality products or ingredients that Young Living has in their makeup. The clay actually helps to pull out toxins that can be in your skin and in your pores. The jojoba oil is an oil that works really, really well with the natural sebum that your pores produce so that your pores aren't getting clogged or overworked. The mica powder is a natural colorant. That's where you get the colors that are in the eyeshadows, the blushes, the bronzers, and the foundation. Aloe is also going to be in some of the makeup products. The essential oils, you're going to have essential oils in the makeup as far as the gloss, the lipstick, the mascara has essential oils in it. The aspen bark extract is also in it, and that's something that gives it a little bit of color as well. The arrowroot powder is it's something that I often use in some of the DIYs, like the deodorant, and it is a more natural form of a baking soda or a cornstarch. So this is healthier for you. Beeswax is going to be found in your lipsticks and stuff like that. And then sunflower oil, sweet almond oil, and vitamin E, which are all great for your skin. So those are some of the ingredients that you're going to find in the Savvy Minerals makeup line. On the next slide, we're just going to cruise along. And if you guys have any questions, just let us know. All right. So since this is a mineral-based makeup, a lot of people have an issue with there not being a liquid foundation. Okay. And I am going to be honest with you. I've never really been a foundation person. I've always liked to wear my face makeup light. I don't like to feel like I have a lot on. I don't want to look like I have a lot of makeup on. I want to look natural. Some people, though, want to have full coverage, cover up, you know, stuff and all that kind of thing. And I get it. So I have dark spots, you know, on my face. I want to cover, you know, pimples and that type of stuff. So when you're applying mineral makeup, having a primer is very important. So in the graphic to the bottom right, what you're going to see is the Renewal Serum or the Light Art Moisturizer. It's important to have a moisturizer on your face before you apply the mineral foundation because it needs something to stick to in order to stay on. Now, if you were to apply your foundation just like one time over, like I like to do circular motions with my brush, my foundation brush. But as long as you have a primer on, and there also, Young Living does have a mattifying primer and another primer as well that's specifically made for that, that has really, really great ingredients in it that will help your skin as well. But everybody has a different preference as to what they put on underneath the makeup as their start. But you can do a couple layers of the, okay, take two, of the foundation to get thicker coverage if you need to cover a spot or something like that. So make those circular motions, you know, and apply your foundation. And then the misting spray is amazing as well, but you can mist your brushes, like do one spritz and put your makeup on with it slightly damp. And that is going to be a better coverage. If you even do that, like mist your brush and then apply your eyeshadow colors the colors are going to be bolder than if you were to apply it dry. So those are a couple of tips. Young Living does have some amazing brushes, and if you buy the set, it is a very inexpensive price for the quality of brushes that you get whenever you look at brushes other places. So I definitely say, like, if you need a set of brushes, that is a good starting point to get, because they have your blush brush, your foundation brush, you'll have an eyeshadow brush, and then the veil, the dusting brush. And then what we're going to talk about next, I'm going to let Marley step in and help us out with the foundation. So a lot of you will probably have questions about the foundation. I do want to say first that there are some foundations that they don't have right now. So you're going to have 3 colors of cool, 3 colors of warm, and they did have 4 shades of dark, but right now what's in stock is only dark 1. So I just wanted to mention that first. So in order to check the foundation color, there's a couple of things that you can do. So look at your veins to see if you have more of a greenish or a blue color, and that's going to tell you whether you should be a cool or a warm shade. I wear warm 3 in the summertime and warm 2 in the wintertime. I can really probably do warm 3 all year round, but usually stick with one of those 2 shades. So if you're kind of close to my coloring, that gives you an idea. Then, you know, they have the jewelry trick, which is, do you look better in silver or gold? I like to wear silver a lot more than gold, but I wear warm shade, so that doesn't really help me much. And then the neutral test. So which neutrals flatter your eyes and your skin and your face the best? Do you look better in bright white and black hues, or do you look better in ivory, off-whites, or brown and tans? That's going to help you try to determine if you're a cool or a warm shade. They also kind of say your eye and hair color. So blue, gray, green eyes with blonde hair, brown or black hair, more of a cool shade. Brown, amber, hazel eyes with strawberry blonde, red, brown, or black hairs, more of a warm shade. And then do you burn easily in the sun or turn pink first? Then you're probably more of a cool shade. If you turn golden brown, you're probably more of a warm foundation shade. If you see my skin color, you know, I'm more of a olive tone with yellow undertones, not pink or reds. So I am definitely a warm shade. So kind of go by that. If you look at your chest and your arms and you have more of pinks and red undertones than yellow like I do, then you'd be more of a cool undertone. And then our friends, of course, that are darker skin tones, you just, you know, like super cool tricks or any of that kind of stuff. You just kind of go with those darker shades. And once we find out some answers as to what's going on with the darker shades, we can get those for you. But right now, we don't know if they're just coming out with new stuff or what's going on with that. Well, we can go on to the next slide.
Marley, did you have something you wanted to talk about with the foundation?
Another tip and trick that I've always kind of gone off is, I call it the hand trick, but you can look at the top of your hand, because a lot of the times you see people who will test their swatches and that kind of stuff on the inside of their arms, which isn't an actual representation of your true color, because you can kind of see this is not as tan as my outside of my arm.
Yeah, like if you look at mine, it's like
exactly. The top of your hand gets more sun, so a lot of the times if you look at the top of your hand, it's very similar to the color of your face. And that is where a lot of people will say, look for the veins colors there, or look at your If you're looking for, check your veins and the jewelry trick, look at the top of your hand and not the inside of your wrist. I've always, when I've done these classes and such, I've always had people come up. I used to have all the products and everything, and we would put it out on tables, and I would say, okay, all I need is the top of your hand. I can swatch different things you want on the top of your hand, and that makes it 10 times easier. And then we get more of a true match. Another thing that I've always done, going back to the primers, Candace, I use the mattifying primer. I have super oily skin. Like 20 minutes after I put on makeup, you can see the oil. My favorite thing is the mattifying primer by Young Living. It smooths out my pores, and I used to have super bad skin. And it has taken me a long time, almost like Candace was saying, she's used it for 2 years. I'm coming close to almost 2.5, almost 3 years before I've gotten this. And this is without makeup. I hardly ever wear foundation anymore. A lot of the times I just do my eyes and eyebrows and lips, and that's it. Because I've gotten my skin so much better than what it used to be. And that was by using Young Living's products. Their foundation has been, all mineral based for, that's what I've only ever used.
Marley, what color foundation do you use?
I use warm 2 during the summer and warm 1 during the winter. But
okay.
Right now I just kind of whichever one I can find. But I don't I also don't put it on thick anymore.
Yeah.
So I use my primer and then kind of lightly powder, and that's about it. So I use mostly warm 1.
Yeah, I use a warm 3 in the summer and a warm 2 in the winter.
Just trying to give people an idea of what, just an idea of looking at us, what we're using, just to kind of give an idea if they're curious and they haven't used it before.
Now, I know you use the diaper cream for under your eyes, Candace, and Marley, I know you had a trick too because a lot of people like to do the lighter color under the eyes, and y'all both had, I don't know what it's called.
Concealer. So so if I use warm 3 on my face, I like from under my eyes, and you guys can see I have my makeup on. I like to do 2 shades lighter under my eyes because I like it to brighten under my eyes, because I tend to have more of, like you can see the veins under my eyes. And so I want to brighten that area up. Yes, using the diaper cream, because it's a zinc based, it's white, and it also takes away puffiness. So if you wake up with like puffy eyes or something, you can dab that. And it also, then you can apply the powder over it. And that is a little trick that you can use to do a little bit of a concealer up underneath your eyes. Other people also like mix the foundation with the lotion, with the light moisturizing lotion to do like a BB cream, like it's a really light coverage, but it's a tinted coverage. So you can also do that. And I simply would just like put a little bit of a little like maybe nickel size amount of moisturizer, maybe not even that much, and then do the powder and then mix it together with my finger and then just blot it on my face like that, and then just let it blend in. So that's like a little trick that you can use as well.
Yeah, I made a while ago, I made a Cool 3, I think is what it was, with the to make like a BB cream in actually an old eyeshadow, one of the little eyeshadow containers. But I've been using that for months, because you only need a little bit to go a long way. I also use Dark One as a bronzer
Yes.
because you buy one, and I have used that for close to 2.5 years.
Right.
And I'm still not even close to being empty.
Yeah. Yeah, they do last a really long time, especially if you're just using it for a bronzer, or if you're using it,
Mhm.
you know, like just to give you some contouring, you know, and stuff like that. So on the next slide, we have some of the glosses and lipsticks. And Marley, I'll let you talk about what's in them and what you like about them.
Sorry, I was muted. A few of the lipsticks, or some of the lipsticks have peppermint in them, which help plump your lips. They are super smooth. I personally, for a very long time, could not wear lip gloss. And the reason being is it was so tacky. And every time I would put it on, it felt weird. The first time I put this on, I was like, this is my new favorite thing. I usually, a lot of the times, I wear a lipstick and a lip gloss whenever I'm wearing them. I love the way how they feel, and they last a long time, and they smell good. The two of my favorites, lipstick wise, is Daydream and Wish. They're very neutral. They're very just a little bit of sparkle in it. Mm-hmm. For lipsticks, I love Uptown Girl, and I love Wish. They're more on the darker side, but they have really good coverage. And they are also, as Candace was saying earlier, they're made with, I think you said beeswax, or not?
Yeah, the lipsticks have beeswax in them. And the lip glosses, they don't have the beeswax in them, but they're made with different oils in them. Well, not just essential oil, but like vitamin E and oils that would moisturize your lips and everything. I think my favorite, I'm more of a lip gloss person. I don't really like to wear lipstick that much. And the first lipsticks that came out, which are the ones on this graphic, I wasn't like a huge fan because I don't really care for the shimmery like colors. So I really was more like the lip gloss Maven and Abundant. Those were my favorite lip glosses. Like they would go with anything. And they're not like super bright. You know, looks like you've got a little color on your lips, but it's not really, really dark or anything. And if you go to the next slide, you'll see that they actually came out with some matte colors, and there you have cinnamon infused, or you have tangerine infused, and you have a lot more selection of colors, as well as you get more browns. I think a lot of people wanted to see, you know, some darker shades and some brown shades and a little bit of reds. And I have to say, I'm not a bold lip person, but Mic Drop was like my ultimate fave. I love that color lipstick. So that's like, you know, downplay the eye makeup, wear that Mic Drop lip color, and love it. So what is your favorite out of these, Marley?
I love my mom bought one of them, and she hardly ever wears makeup. And so I put it on one day, and I still currently have it somewhere. And I think it was Untamed, and I love the darker lips, especially for fall, and, you know, just to kind of like everyday fallish look, that is probably Untamed is my favorite. And then everyday wear, I think I wear the Uptown Girl was the other one. Those two are my two go-to.
Yeah. And you can see they have a more of a wide variety of colors than whenever they first came out with everything. So every, like quarter, they're releasing something new to the makeup line usually. And then if you're wondering, like, okay, put on all the makeup and everything on the next slide, and Marley can share some tips and tricks other than just using the veil as your setting powder. Now this one is called Diamond Dust, so it is kind of shimmery. There is a matte diamond dust, or a matte veil. I guess you wouldn't call it diamond dust, but a matte veil now. So you don't have to have the shimmer. But Marley, what are some other things that you use this for?
So I like my mascara a little bit more thick, and when I think it was actually Catherine Enfinger told me about it, where she puts on a light coat of mascara and then takes her diamond dust and like
dust her eyelashes.
Yes, dust her eyelashes and then lets it sit for a minute, and then puts on another mascara coat, and it completely changes the look of the mascara. And Young Living just released 2 new mascaras, and Catherine did a post about it, and I'm so excited to try mine. I'm waiting for them to come in. And I've also used the Diamond Dust as a highlighter. Eyeshadow, I've used it. What was another thing I used? I use it as kind of like an overall dusting, like to set everything. When you're setting your face with this, it is not I'm going to apply it like in a centered location. You're going to take that big fluffy brush that's up in that picture up at the top, and you're just going to dab it and go like this. It isn't, and it gives your face an overall brightness to it, and it brightens up your face and makes it look, what was the word I was looking for? I just lost it, sorry. But that's how I've always done it. I one time was doing a concert and I did that, and everybody said, "Wow, your face looks so bright." And I was like, is that a good or bad thing? They all loved it, but I just realized like it just makes everything stand out. Yeah. Your eyes open, your cheeks are more noticeable, and your highlighted points are more noticeable, and that kind of thing.
Yeah, and I know that I was glad when they came out with a matte veil for sure, because I didn't want my entire face to be shimmery. Because of the diamond dust. So I would use the diamond dust like inside the corners of my eyes and outside corners to kind of brighten my eyes and make them pop a little bit. And then I would dust like my nose, anything, the places that you would do a highlight, like, your cheeks and right here in the middle of your forehead. And so I was glad to have the matte veil so I could dust the rest of my face without my whole face being sparkly. Because I don't know if you're like me, but if I even like in like my peripheral vision see something sparkling on my face, it irritates me so much. So
I'm like apply all the sparkle. I'm going to stand out.
Right.
Have fun with it.
Yeah, so I can't do any sparkly stuff, but especially if it's like anywhere around here, and I'm like, what's on my face? I've got to get this off my face.
You catch it when you're like looking, yeah.
Right. All right. On the next slides, we have some blushes. Now, I will tell you that there are more colors now. So my absolute favorite, what I have on now, I don't know if you guys can really tell that much, but it's Charisma. That is my absolute favorite. But I do also love passionate, more in the fall, winter time. It's kind of a brownish color, but it's one of the ones that are pictured that's not so shimmery. So you're going to hear me say that over and over. I don't want a lot of sparkle on my face. I feel like I'm 40. I don't want to have glitter and stuff like that on my face anymore. Smashing is a really pretty color too. And then the ones on the bottom are bronzers. So those you could use as highlighter as well, or contouring. So you would need to probably wet those a little bit to darken them, but you could use those for other things. Marley, are there any other, like you could use this as eyeshadow too. I mean, you know, there's nothing saying that you only have to use it as a blush or a bronzer. You could even apply on your lips and change the color of your lipstick.
Or your lip gloss.
Yeah.
I have used I Do Believe You're Blushing for as long as I can remember. That was one of the first things that I ordered because I could not find a blush by all these other companies that I loved. I Do Believe You're Blushing has a sparkle to it, but it's one of the ones. Smashing has a lot.
Right.
Does not have as many. You've got a middle ground, which is that one. And it's a little bit of a pink, and it's that perfect neutral color. I have a lot of red undertones. The blush is really, when I put it on and it's pink or it's red, it's like, wham, you've been running for 5 hours. I needed more of a neutral color just to give my cheeks a little bit of life. And I have also been using Crowned All Over, which is, again, a medium. I don't like super harsh lines on my face. I like a very natural look. The Crowned All Over has some sparkle to it, but just enough to give it a brightness, which is a lot of what Melissa Poping, when she designed this company, or when she designed her product, she wanted women to have a natural glow to them. She wanted women to feel powerful in their own skin. And she wanted, you to see your natural beauty, which is exactly what they took from these products.
Right, like very natural colors that you would find, which is why they use the mica powder. So it's stuff that you would find in the earth, the colorings and everything. All right, so we're going to talk about these eyeshadows. Don't get overwhelmed because you see these loose powders. I'm showing them because they do still have them. However, go ahead and go to the next slide, Melissa. They do have pressed palettes, which people would be a little more comfortable with a pressed palette. And you can see the colors. They do go on a lot more bold if you want them versus the loose colors. And I think with that, it's just a little bit easier to take them places with you, to travel and all that kind of stuff. You can see the ingredients. In every palette, you're going to have a matte, shimmer, and satin finish. So it gives you some versatility. They've grouped them with like a winter palette, a fall palette, and a neutral palette. I have all three of these. I like to use all three of them. I feel like they're very versatile. I have the neutral one on tonight. That's the first one in the picture on the bottom left-hand side. But I feel like people can use all of them. It just depends on what colors you gravitate towards. If you have blue, greenish eyes, you might want the one that has the oranges in it, just because it makes your eyes pop, the color. But really, you can't go wrong with these colors because they have the neutrals in them and all that kind of stuff. And they do last a long time because I've had this since they came out. And I'm not anywhere near using all of it at all. Marley, is there anything you want to add about the eye palettes?
Yeah, like Candace was saying, I've had them, or my mom and I have had them since they have come out. I have the top, the orangey one, and I also have the one with the blue in it. I use the blue as eyeliner. I wet a little angled brush and I use blue eyeliner. I have blue eyes. Makes my eyes stand out. It's great. I use more, that's like for fun, but the orangey brown one, I use that almost, I gravitate towards that one almost every time. I have all of the loose powders though. Can you go back to the loose powders, Mom? I tell people don't get intimidated by them, as Ken was saying. I have used these since the beginning. All of these, Determined is my favorite. Best Kept Secret is a matte, and Residual. Those are my top three. I use those all the time. Residual I use as a highlighter. Best Kept Secret I use as like a primer eyeshadow. And Determined is my one if I'm just wanting a quick, simple 5-minute makeup, grab that, apply it on my lid, and I leave. It's sparkly, it has different tones to it, it goes with almost everything.
Yeah, those are pretty much the things I like to use.
Yeah, and the only problem I will say with those is if you drop them, they go everywhere.
Right.
I have done that a time or two. I think I still have some stains on my floor because I can't get the powder out.
Right.
But the only thing that I will say is use the palettes, find one that you love, and you'll take it everywhere with you. I take those two if I'm traveling and I want to keep my bag small. I take the brown one with me, the top brownish toned one with me everywhere.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah, I used to have all the makeup and all the palettes, and I don't know what happened to them all.
Sorry.
All right, so the next screen. So you guys are probably wondering, as far as eyeliner and multitasker. So eyeliner is only going to come in the black, but like Marley said, she uses the blue eyeshadow as her eyeliner. You can definitely use the eyeshadows as your eyeliner. I oftentimes will not use a black eyeliner. I do have it on tonight, so you can see that, and it is a powder. A lot of people would be kind of leery about using a powder as an eyeliner, but I get so many comments from people like, your eyeliner always looks so great. It is always on. I never see it smudged on you, and all these comments. I do not use a liquid liner. I don't use a pencil. I have a really thin angled brush that I do wet whenever I dip it into the eyeliner or the multitasker. If it's daytime, usually I'm going to go for a brown liner, and I do use the dark brown. Now there are a couple shades of multitasker now, for people that have lighter, like blonde hair like Marley, who has lighter eyebrows than I do. So you can go with the lighter shade, but I use the multitasker and I use that same angled brush to fill in, because I do have like some light colored hairs that make it look like my eyebrows have missing spots. So I do fill in my eyebrows so that they're not looking like I'm, have a shaved area or something in my eyebrow, and just fill it in those areas that are missing. Eyebrow. Yeah. So, you can use them for multiple things, and it's not hard. It's not hard to apply. I was worried about it at first because I always used a pencil, but I love to just use that angled brush and draw that line down my lid, and I don't have any trouble with it at all. And like I said, I never have issues with my makeup smudging or ending up all over the place, and it stays in place, and I don't like use a primer on my eyelid or anything. So it definitely works really well.
Let me say this. My mom is not a makeup guru at all. I taught her how to put on makeup. the right way. She has even done the eyeliner by herself without failing. That's how easy it is. I like to do a dramatic eyeliner when I wear eyeliner, hardly ever. And I have done a cat eye. I've done different ones and all that. And I've done these on models when I've done photography shoots and that kind of stuff, and dramatic looks and whatnot. Never smudges, never runs. It always looks really good. It gives you that gel liquid liner kind of feel. And it always stays, but it's so good for your skin. That's what I always have to remember, is whatever, like, this little bit of it goes a long way. It always looks good, and it's always just good. That's the only way I can describe it. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, so we're gonna go on to the next slide. So just quickly, yes, there is mascara, and it says spring launch because they just were released not too long ago. So you're going to have the volumizing mascara. The volumizing mascara, so here's the thing. It has cedarwood and rosemary essential oils in it, which helps with the growth of your lashes and that kind of stuff. So you're actually going to not just be wearing mascara, but you're going to be helping your eyelashes to grow thicker and longer. So it has natural plant fibers in it to promote the volume and the texture of each application. Arginine is in it to help the lashes look fuller and thicker and give your lashes a conditioning boost. A natural dye from iron oxide. So completely natural, shouldn't make your eyes burn or any of that kind of stuff if anybody has any issues with that from mascara. And then let's go to the next slide so we can see the lengthening mascara. So the lengthening mascara has Caranuba wax, if I said that right. That is a weightless conditioning for your lashes. It also has natural plant fibers from pine to promote the volume and texture. It also has the arginine in it, just like the other, but this one's going to have lavender essential oil in it, as well as jojoba and coconut oil to help condition your lashes. I've seen where people apply the lengthening mascara and then they'll do the volumizing. So they're using both for one-time wear. So it's totally up to you. You can do one, you can do both, but either one. Lavender also is great for your hair. So both of these mascaras are going to be great for you taking care of your natural eyelashes. I've seen so many people that have, gotten like the fill-ins and stuff like that, and they're ruining their natural eyelashes from having those extensions and false lashes put in. So definitely, I know that's great because you're not having to put on mascara every single day, but it just concerns me about losing what I already have, right? So I don't want to cause damage to my natural lashes. So we will just cruise on and talk a little bit about some essential oils that you can use for your skin. So we did a class on Tuesday that was all about skincare. These are the oils that you might have on hand. Frankincense is amazing for all skin types. So notice that the first 4 that are listed, lavender, sandalwood, rose, those are good for all skin types. It doesn't matter if you have dry skin, oily skin, combination skin, that they are all going to be great for you to use. If you can't splurge on rose, there is rose ointment that you can use and put on your face at night before you go to bed, and get all the benefits of having rose. tea tree is going to be an oil that's great if you're having, you know, problems with breakouts and stuff like that to help cleanse and purify. Geranium is also awesome for that. Myrrh and patchouli, if you have dry skin, are going to be great as well. So you could actually mix any of these in some jojoba oil and make your own serum if you want to. Or you could even buy the what's it called? The dry skin beauty serum that Young Living makes that you can put on, that's already got a bunch of essential oils in it for you. And it's a 15 ml bottle, and you can use that and you can put it on before you go to bed at night. So that's kind of just a little run through of some oils that you can use for your face. And then, so if you guys haven't gotten started with Young Living, you can get started with the premium starter kit that does have frankincense and lavender in it that are amazing for your skin. And it also has many other oils, 12 oils total that come in that kit. It's a perfect way to get started. You can even do the basic kit, which is $35, and it comes with Stress Away, Thieves Mints, and Nixure Red, and you can add the makeup products that you want to purchase and create your own kit that way if you want to. So you guys can contact any of us or help your friends get started by, you know, switching over their makeup products and everything, so that they're helping their body from the outside in changing, you know, those products that are disrupting their hormones and all of that crazy stuff. They can stop using those and use things that are actually going to help promote health while still feeling good in their skin, feeling like they're looking great, repairing their skin, and all of that kind of stuff. And so that is pretty much it as far as all of the stuff we have to share with you. I'm going to show the next slide. And that's it. So we thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions, please let us know. I'm so glad Marley could join and give all of her feedback and help out with that, give a different perspective of how to use the makeup and all of that kind of stuff. But we are happy to answer any questions you guys have if you want to put them in the comments in the Facebook group or message us and help you, you know, determine colors and, you know, getting started and all of that kind of stuff.
Okay. Thank y'all for joining us. I'm going to stop the share and end the meeting. Have a good night, y'all.
Thank you, guys.